everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Neighborhood Watch. I'm Matt.
I'm Abe.
I'm Brett.
Pat is on assignment tonight in Denver, and we'll have a video of him later in this episode with some opinions. And so let's start. How was your week, guys?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. Got a little cold last night, huh?
Yes, it did.
Chilly.
I woke up and my there was frost, all on the cars and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely getting cold, which is hard to imagine because I don't like the cold, man.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. It's nice right now. Got
Yeah.
a fire going.
Always got this fire going.
Warm liquid.
Toasty.
So we got a couple things we want to talk about today. First off, let's start off with the phone scam that Abe got into.
So, the San Ramon Police Department posted this. I mean, there's a current scam that's happening where people are calling up and impersonating the San Ramon Police Department asking for money. And this is a big scam, definitely a scam. The San Ramon PD will never call you and solicit donations. So, we want to make sure that that's out there. And if you get that call, obviously we want to hang up and,
Yeah.
it's not real.
Love to hear that people are getting calls on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Abe said this, my first instinct was like, man, how do we fall? How do people keep falling for stuff like this? You know, like if it doesn't sound legitimate, it's probably not. So the police department will never call your house to ask for money. They do sometimes out there like feed the boot,
Yeah.
but they're outside and they're actually dressed in
Yeah.
uniform.
Yeah.
And they work along with the fire department to do that, so that's different than the phone call. So yeah, just be wary of people calling for money. You guys work hard for your money, and let's keep it that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this leads us to a huge topic that Pat let's see, he posted this I think Wednesday of this week about kids and foul language. So in summary, he was picking up his daughter at school. Witnessed somebody being very disrespectful to another adult. This adult asked this child, who it was in middle school, to keep down the F-bombs because there's little kids around.
Yeah, there was a lot of foul language happening, and enough so that this person felt it necessary to go over and tell him to stop.
Yeah, and what do you think this kid said?
F-bombs?
More F-bombs.
He basically told the guy to F off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Pat heard this from the car and was totally just jaw dropped to the ground. And he was going to go out there and say something, but the kid kind of left, So he felt like posting a message, and it led me to think today, like, why do you think kids today don't respect adults, And I see this with, like, even my own children, they're at the age where you say, can you clean up your room? And they said, yeah, I'll do it in, like, 20 minutes, It's like, well, when I was growing up, I did everything my dad said, and I was scared. And now I think we're a little soft, and I don't think we discipline our children enough, and because, with all the, you don't want to hurt them. And so I don't know, what do you guys think about that?
Well, like I was just mentioning tonight, I have a pretty big range of kids, and I don't know why. I was a lot harsher on my older than I am on my youngest, and but it is something to think about. I mean, you definitely want to teach them how to respect others for sure, and respect it's just public. I mean, and that's not right with doing that. So we all do an F-bomb, but keep it away from an appropriate spot, and I guess when you're the appropriate age as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Everyone's going to say bad words. We say things that, sometimes we say it to add emphasis to a conversation and look cool in front of people. But when you see, like, you're doing it in front of, like, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, that's where it's like, come on, man.
That's not cool.
Right.
No, it's not cool. So they're the innocent ones, and they don't know that stuff right now. And then they learn it, and they're desensitized to stuff like that. So I read into this, guys, with a therapist about this because I was interested in this topic, and he basically said that it's always good to let's just go to lunch with me, and let's two of us talk where you're not in the person's home, like your own child, where they're comfortable being there in front of their PlayStation or Xbox, and it's like, why do you think you act like this? And it gets them to think, and so it's something I was going to try, and that's a tip out there. You pull them away and just take them to lunch. The two of you have a conversation, and you might even bond more, So yeah. That's
All right.
I like that.
Interesting.
that one's
Very
free.
good.
You can take
Yeah.
that one,
I like
guys.
it.
That's
Good.
so.
I like it.
I'll let you know how that goes. 'Cause I'm gonna attempt that this week with my 14-year-old who thinks he's already out of the house and doesn't need us except for food. So yeah, so we're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah.
And,
Alright.
yeah,
That'll be good. I'd like to hear about that in the future. I remember my parents would. I think I said I was leaving a couple times, and they let me. I mean, I think I walked out the door a couple times with stuff when I was probably about that age, and I probably went about 10 feet and came back.
yeah. So what was in your bag? Like candy bars and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's like so. It's hard. And Pat's gonna leave a message. Hopefully tonight he's gonna try to get us something so we can add to this this episode. So Abe, you got any?
No, I think I mean, kids are going to be kids, right? And I definitely was caught doing things I probably shouldn't have been, and even probably caught saying a few things I shouldn't have. But hey, when you're caught and you're wrong, you don't make it worse. And I think there's just the respect factor of elders and it all comes back to your as an individual and your ethics and your values and those types of things.
definitely.
So that's the thing that worries me.
It's
Is,
not necessary.
yeah. So kids will be kids, but let's keep it
Respectful kids.
respectful. Yeah.
So let's go to another topic that I thought was interesting. Someone posted about contractors,
Oh yeah.
and you know me with
Yeah.
my contractor,
Oh, yeah.
so we're still dealing with it.
Right. Oh.
But this is week 15 now. We still have some issues, but anyways, the point is that this person posted about how someone came to do driveway work and didn't finish the job.
I think we had a Ramon sighting.
Yeah.
According to my dog.
Yep.
I'm sorry that I had
So
to
Ramon's
mention that.
back.
Right.
It's been a long time.
Driveway.
Driveways, but they they paid money in advance, and so I think the tips are like, get a contract that plainly states like what is the payment schedule, right? Normally it's 10% to start, and then if someone asks for more, you say no, I'm going off of what our contract states. It's 20% after demolition, then 20% after blah blah blah, and then the last 20% is like when they're done. Because I'm going off that my contractor wants money now, but he's not finished, and I keep going back to the contract saying nope, it states when you're done the final 20%, and he's not getting paid, and he's sitting there upset. But I have a list of things that he needs to complete per the contract, and I think that's what just don't get. I think it's you get nervous talking to someone that's in there doing work for you, and they want money, and you're like, well, they're doing work. But if you give them money, they will not come back. Your only leverage is holding out money. Because we work to make money, we work to provide for our families. If there's no such thing as money, then no one would ever work, right? We'd be having fun all the time.
Yeah.
So these people are working to make money to provide for their families, and if you pay them in advance, they're not coming to your house, okay?
Good too.
Another tip. Another free one.
That's
Yeah.
another free one.
Thanks,
I'm
thanks.
all full of
Man,
tips.
he's good today.
So just remember, stay with the contract, create a contract, and there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think it's great too. I think people, reach out and usually share their experiences with
Yeah.
any type of service that they're getting. So, hopefully you can, good referrals go a long way, right?
Yeah.
There's some good ones out there
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely good ones, man. And there's definitely not so good ones. So you never know what you're going to get. So you better do your homework and ask around. Which is why this person's saying, anyone that's seen this individual, and it's funny that you read the post and they're saying this guy's been doing this since the 90s, and now we're in 2017. So
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
funny. This guy's got a nice little racket going
Yeah, it's a long run.
where he collects
Yeah.
money, starts the job, doesn't come back, he's already taken like half of it, and then goes to house, and now you're just making money,
It's like a construction Ponzi scheme.
Yeah. So no one wants this to happen, and it causes stress, and you pay again. You've worked hard for your money, and I feel like a broken record here, but
Yeah.
that's my spiel for this week.
I like it. I like it.
So I guess maybe on a lighter note, Super Bowl.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Now we know the teams:
I'm a little upset. I got to be honest with you.
Patriots and the Eagles.
Yeah, the only team that I really dislike more than the Eagles is the Patriots.
So I think it's funny today when we were walking over to Brett's house. You made a funny comment: is that whoever wins, you lose.
Yeah, I lose either way. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good. You know,
Can you have a tie? The Super Bowl?
Well,
Possible?
okay, the only thing that's good about the Super Bowl, it's a fun time to get together, like the
No,
Super Bowl
it is.
parties.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's
And
about it,
all
really.
you can hope for is a good close game, so make it interesting. Like even today, the 24-20 Patriots game, that was close, you know.
Yeah.
And it just makes it fun. No one wants to see what happened with the second game,
Yeah.
the Eagles in Minnesota, where it's 38-7, and I shut it off because it was just boring.
Yeah.
But if you're with a bunch of friends and you're eating snacks and you have the football squares,
Yeah.
it's fun, man.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's fun. That's another chance to get with your friends and neighbors and have a good time watching football. Even if you don't like football, you're with people. You know, it's Sunday night. You go back to work. I always feel that the day after Super Bowl should be a holiday.
National
Yeah.
holiday.
And if it's besides March Madness,
Mhm.
it's the one of the number one days that people call into sick
Yeah, and the people that go to work don't do anything.
because they're so hungover and you know. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that is our episode tonight. We thank you again. Hopefully, we'll have you would have saw something from Pat today. If he can get to us, he's in the plane right now. So hopefully, he has time to send us a video message. If not, we'll be back together next week. And in 2 weeks will be the Super Bowl. So stay classy and have a great, great week. Peace.
All right.
Cheers, everyone.